All right, we are back from the short break. Leaving off with
That's what good pussy sounds like.
leaving off where we were at. I think I was talking about some things that I am struggling with right now with long distance is that um I have trouble finding time within my day to um well I do make time for like FaceTime and stuff, but like throughout my day, like in the office or like editing or something, like I'll like not Snapchat Sarah for like an hour or something like that. Um, and then she's like, "Why aren't you talking to me?" And I'm trying to make a point of like, hey, I'm working. I get caught up in stuff and like I can't talk to you all the time. Even though every day we FaceTime like at night or something like that.
Right.
And that's her like being like clingy in a way of like needing like reassurance or like needing to like, talk all the time, whereas I'm not that clingy and I go about my day doing what I do. So right now that's like a little problem, like, and we're talking through it, like I'm trying to say like, hey, I work, I do stuff with people, so I can't talk to you all the time, but I still make time and say like I love you like every day, or like you know like when we talk like you know I say like I love you and something like that, but like
Right. Making time is important.
yeah.
But so something I keep thinking about is love, you know? And I watched this, like, all your life you grow up, and so this is based off of a video Will Smith did, and I'm gonna touch back on what you were saying. But Will Smith said that oftentimes love is thought of being transactional. You give me this, you give me what I want, therefore I love you. You fit me, therefore I love you. But Will Smith says that like love is not transactional. Like love, he likes to think about it as LUV. You gotta listen, listen, understand, and validate.
I was gonna say violence.
Fucking Germans.
I relax.
No, but I think the listening and the understanding part is the part I wanted to touch base on, because obviously Sarah wants you to understand that she wants to be heard. Like she wants you to
Reassure.
Yeah, she wants you to reassure. And so what can you do to kind of talk to her and satisfy what she wants, but also get done in your day, you know? Like let's think of things like that you can do.
So
Because like fighting about it, or even just like telling her that like these things, like, oh, I'm working, like it's not gonna help her understand any better, you know?
Well, it's not for me. Like love is not always saying I love you. Like
Right.
it's about caring. Like asking like how was your day, or like did you eat yet? You know, like that's love as well. And where it's not like just I love you. I feel like I don't know. It's hard to understand her side because I'm not, like I said, clingy. But I think she just really values the power that I love you has, like saying I love you and like I care for you.
But and then you gotta ask yourself, does she actually love you? Because like, or does she? What does love mean to her if it's so easy to get satisfaction from just those 3 words? You
Exactly.
know?
Yeah.
There has to be something behind it. You know, why do you love Sarah? Why do you love Fee? You know?
Does she love you, or does she love the idea of you?
Right.
That's something that I can't answer. Like it goes so so right now.
That's crazy, actually.
Yeah, that
I
was.
saw it somewhere. It's not mine. I don't remember it. Shoot.
I'm like
What were you gonna say, Kevin?
I'm like mind fucked. I actually like don't know. Like, so I don't know. That's hard.
Right, because right now you guys have dated, and
How long now?
4 or 5 months.
What?
Yeah.
She was just here.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Yeah.
obviously, there's like, I mean, we saw it. You know, there's a pretty great connection there, but my question is, like, why do you love her?
Why do I love her? Damn, is just cause obviously I'm like attracted to her, but you know, like being her friend for like 2 years, I saw what she was going through. Um, you know, like countless times she's like cried to me, like saying like, oh, this boy like is playing me, or like this guy is being like, you know, an ass to me, and like I don't feel, well, after that I feel bad, but like it's not why I love her. I love her because she's strong. I love her because she she's like independent in a way where she doesn't rely on like people as much as other girls do, emotionally, um, and she's been through things that obviously have scarred her in a way, but I respect that she found the strength to pull through it, and that's why I love her, because she's a very strong person, and I respect that, and that's what I love about her. It's not all about looks. Obviously, she's very pretty, but it's like deep down, like I respect and love her for who she is and
Right.
what she's been through and who she is today. Because I
Because of what she's gone through.
yeah, like I remember like right before we dated, like she used to like, I'm like talking bad about her, but like, I feel like me and her will always talk about it, but she used to like, you know, like do like the normal teen things, like go out and like, you know, like smoke
Smoke some crack.
smoke and drink and stuff and get like wasted all the time.
You
and,
talking
like,
about weed?
remember
Stay off the weed.
remember when we were hanging out? I was like surprised. I was like, damn, Sarah, okay.
Yeah, she definitely was like one of like those wild girls, you know what I'm saying? But like I think being around me and like knowing like my values and my morals, she's grown to a person where she's like I think yesterday we were talking about it, she's like I didn't like who I was because she used to just always go drink and always do bad things, and that's because peer pressure, and she felt like she had to do it to feel
Accepted.
accepted, yeah.
Accept.
Dude, I was talking about that with Fernanda too. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And now she's like being like growing and maturing. Like I see like that I don't have to do all of that to be accepted,
Right.
and I just respect that, and that's why I love her and stuff. So
That shit was beautiful.
That's beautiful, bro.
That was beautiful.
I wanna expand on that.
go ahead.
Because when I first met Fernanda, we were just together because we were around each other. Started in choir, we both sang, and let's see, sexually curious. That's one way to put it, and that's what first got us together. And I feel like, well, I gotta ask her if she's gonna even allow that part to be put in, but we really were not good for each other. I was somebody who always thought that I knew what was right and for her, because first of all, to me she was immature, disrespectful, I mean, to her parents, and I felt like she didn't have good morals, and so I was always like, no, like I didn't know how to help her grow with that, and so I was just like, yo, that's fucked up, man. Cut it out, you know, like a bad, like I didn't understand, and I didn't even listen to her to help her get through it, And so at that point, I said, I already said I love you, because at that point, I thought love was transactional, you know? You give me what I want and we love each other. But just last night, I feel like I had this mind blowing thing. And it was like, love, like, because I've experienced, that was the first time. And then there was a second time where we actually, like, I actually, like, opened up about myself. And at that time, we were already dating, you know? So just to open up and to already be dating, like, we were doing something wrong there. But, and then I was like, oh shit, I just cried in front of her. I love her for that. You know, I love her because I could open up and she just listened. And then there was a point where I started spending more time with her and she started growing as a person. I always asked her, like, do you have any passions? Because, like, Fernanda was just always, like, accepting what was in front of her. And I felt like she didn't have a drive. Whereas I always have something, like, driving me, you know?
You driven.
and so I was like, just like, why are you not passionate about anything? And I was just like so eager to get her, like, give her what I wanted, you know? And that was already a mistake. But because she just wasn't there yet, you know? But now, it's just like in the past few months, probably like 3-4 months ago, she's like, oh, like, I'm like, she's starting to be driven, and like, I'm like, I love you for that, you know? And so I feel like it's all these love has, like, it's like ranks
Yeah.
for me. Like, I've learned what I really love about her and about a person. So the lower transactional stuff, like, that is no longer what I see as love anymore, you know? And I feel like as long as you're willing to grow with someone, you'll always find something else that you're going to love about them, you know? Because if you're growing together, just like last night, she said, last night again, she was like, because we were talking about her going to college, and she was talking about how, you know, we broke up about probably half a year ago, and I asked her to get back together with me, because, like, after we broke up, we started talking to we talked to each other again, and then we just realized it was like, wow, why can we have such great conversations when we're broken up, but not when we're together, you know? And I think it was just because we were going through the motions so much that we didn't realize that we had so much more to offer. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
It's like that Pina Colada song, you know? If you like Pina Colada.
But like, what about that song?
So that song is about how two people break up, and then I think they're, like, messaging each other, and they really like each other, but they don't know they're messaging the person that they just broke up with. And, like, it's a found love, even though they broke up. Do you understand that?
That's what that song's about.
Yeah, that's what it's
Oh.
about.
I thought it was about that drink.
That was about getting caught in the rain or something.
Yeah, and so, like, if you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, like, they never knew that about each other, and then they started talking about each other, and then it's like, oh shit, like, we have so much more in common. We just neglected that in our relationship, got so caught up in the motions of what a relationship is supposed to be, that they forgot to actually, like, learn from each other and connect on a deeper level. And I think that's what me and Fernanda went through. And then last night she was like, why did we even get back together then if you're just gonna start distancing yourself? You know, what was the point in getting back together if we're not just gonna enjoy what we have right now and see what happens down the road, because we don't know what's gonna happen down the road. And she said, I'm willing to do whatever I can to help us work through this, because I want you to be happy. Like, she's so selfless. here I was talking all this negative shit to her last night about like, oh, but like, I'm gonna like worry about all these other guys at college, and I was sharing about my insecurities with her, and then she was like, I don't fucking care, you know, like we don't know any of that, and I know that like I love you, she says, and I'm happy with you, and so I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep this relationship positive, even though I was trying to drag it down just because of where I was in that time, you know? And so that like hit me different. Cause like I wasn't even understanding what she was saying. Cause like the stubbornness, you know, that part where you're so caught up in being down that you don't want to go back and like face your pride and go back in the other direction. Do you guys understand that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I talked to my coworker at work today. She asked me, "Are you really? Are you okay, dude?" This, she does the bakery, not that girl, but Chantel. She does she does bakery. She's like the dope. She's so dope, and she could tell there was something up. She asked me, "Are you like really okay?" You know, like she asked me, "Would you lie to me?" And then I started talking to her about it, and then I was like, fuck, I was just worrying about nothing because she's there for me, and that's all that matters right now. Why should I get caught up in something so stupid when like she's there for me right now, and I asked her to get back together with me, you know? I would just be going again. I would just be like giving up again.
Yep. Yeah. I feel like when things go downhill or things might happen, you start to forget what's in front of you, and not be grateful for what you already have, but worry about what might happen and not what will happen. You know, like
Right.
obviously, what I'm hearing is that you saw all these negatives about what can possibly go wrong,
Mm-hmm.
that you forgot what you already have right now.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened. And I'm so happy that I have, first of all, like Chantel at work. I'm so lucky I have her, and I have you guys to be talking about this right now, because the more I talk about it, the more I learn, you know? And it's like, what do you guys think about that? Just like being grateful in general.
I think as humans, we tend to get used to things, like getting used to the feeling of this and that, and getting used to having this and that you forget to appreciate it.
Take it for granted.
Yeah, take it for granted. Like you and I had talked about, like, we wake up every day, we eat meals every day. Like, that's like a privilege, you know? Like, not everyone can do that, wake up every day and eat every day, but we go through it every day, that we feel like it's normal to us, and that we start to forget that, like, it's like we're not grateful for it. So
Right.
having like a girlfriend that cares that much and wants to put in that much effort, I feel like having her for so long and like going through that, like for a while now, you kind of forgot like how special it is to have someone like that.
Yeah, that is straight facts.
Damn,
Fuck, man.
that's bars.
Thanks, guys.
That's bars.
Okay, so lesson of last talk was just don't forget to appreciate what you already have, because oftentimes you begin to become unhappy because you feel used to the feeling of already having something, like love, having the comfort of having someone near you, or having food, or waking up, or, you know, like things in general. Like, take a step back and just sit and just think about what you already have, and I feel like you would gain a lot of happiness from that. So
That's a good song.
thanks for watching episode 2 of No Name Podcast, where we talk about everything on the spectrum.
Including you, because you are on the spectrum.
Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Tune in every Monday and Friday for a new upload on YouTube or Instagram. You can check us out there, follow us, and subscribe. But other than that, have a good night.